So this is part two of our invitation to come to the Sedona Fire Horse Chinese New Year solar eclipse gathering. So we thought we'd just quickly go over the horoscope or look at the what's going on in the stars that day in Sedona. So I got to just pull up the chart
Okay.
so that we can all oops, share chart. It's an amazing chart. Like whoa.
Yes, I know. I mean, look at the conjunction.
Hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah. And the fact that it's all here, you know,
Yes.
and all bunched together. Of course, some of these symbols, not everybody uses, but I'm just going to introduce them just because. This one is called Salacia. She's a dwarf planet or an asteroid. Um, can't remember which one she is, but anyway, she's known as the wife of Neptune. So,
And
and
she's
whenever the reason I've been adding her is because Pam Gregory said that she noticed where if Salacia is strong in a chart or if it's being transited, then those people are speaking light language. So light language is becoming very, very common, it seems these days. So anyway, I added her. And then this one is a new dwarf planet. It's not really new, but newly studied. A Lily Kuhonua. And she's the first dwarf planet that's named after something other than a deity. And so she's named after by the Hawaiian librarians after the flock of or the types of birds that fly and fly and fly looking for land. So migratory birds. So anyway, what I've noticed in the special interest group that we just did at NTGR on this planet is that whenever you invite a new planet or a new asteroid or something into your awareness, then it's like it gives it permission to influence you. So what I noticed with this one in the special interest groups is that she has very much like a Piscean type of energy. So she brings in the magic, I guess I'll call it, or the awareness of the oneness. And her orbit is 32,000 years. She's the most furthest out heavenly body that we're aware of in our Milky Way. So it makes sense that she's about the oneness or the greatest picture that we can hold at this point. So
yeah.
anyway,
Wow.
that's why she's in here. Yeah.
Yes. I lived in Hawaii for 12 years, and interesting, the last queen was Lilio Kahua. Oh gosh, it's like her name. Now I
Oh,
can't remember how to say that. Her
yeah,
name, Lily. Oh, I used to be able to know. It's been a long time. But
yeah.
yeah, these Hawaiian deities like Haumea, that birds, that's helping us birth this new energy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And so now I won't say that Sedna is the furthest out of the dwarf planets that we know of, but
No.
she is a 12,000 year, I say 12,000, but some people say 11,400 year cycle. And I feel she's so important. She'll be at the 0 degrees of Gemini again. Um, she started at the 0 degrees of Gemini in 2023, in June of 2023. So she moves really slowly, but she's so close to our Earth. And yeah, so that's Sedna. Yeah, so it's really exciting. These new bodies, our consciousness, it's like that we're expanding, and then you see the the Webb telescope, and it just gets even the astronomers on the Discovery Channel. I remember watching them. It's like, whoa, they were blown away,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just amazing. Um, yeah. So sorry, I kind of interrupted you. We have all that Aries
Oh
with
yeah, we have lots of Aries energy, which is congruent with the fact that this is a new beginning. No. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Chiron and Eris, who have been very close together in Aries and will continue to be close, which with the fire, that this is the fire horse and Chiron being in Aries. Um, a lot of I feel like the work that the group will do at this gathering of the riding the red fire horse, the year of freedom, of the horse, the freedom and the power of love. And I feel like that we're really healing, and with Ceres really close to Chiron in this horoscope, who nourishes the Earth Mother, who, Ceres, ecology and feeding us and nourishing. And then Eris on the other side of Chiron, who's really activating, being the sister of Mars and Aries, and everyone on the planet that's born after 1926. There's not a lot of people born after 1926, but all of us that are born after 1926 have Eris and Aries. And she's the goddess who's the shapeshifter. She's going to make sure the shift happens, the paradigm shift, kind of the rebellious one who's going to be heard and seen. And so I feel like there's a lot of healing of directing our royeress energy in a positive way to heal those old Piscean wounds. And here we have the North Node in Pisces with Venus the exact same degree, 8 degrees, only minutes apart, right?
Hmm.
Just minutes apart. So I feel like this eclipse is really about, bringing in the true Pisces energy that what um, Neptune will have, they're just going to go to the 0 degrees, and that it's really about getting it right. Like, getting it right. The Piscean age, what was it about? I feel like Yeshua was the avatar of love, and remembering that we are all sons, SUNS, men and women of God, of Goddess, of the Creator, and um, the message is about love, and right, Venus exalted in Pisces in its best place because Pisces, being the cosmic ocean, holds everything within it. Where we merge together in our oneness. So what a beautiful eclipse.
Yeah. And eclipses, for those of you who aren't familiar with eclipses, they're turning points. So whenever there's an eclipse, there's things will be changing, and as we know, as we've come to learn, and as AI is showing us actually, so much research is going on with the quantum field, how we're learning that everything's energy. And so this, um, the fact that we'll be incorporating more of heart energy or intuitive knowing into our everyday lives as we move forward into this new era. So, yeah, I think with the Chiron Eris conjunction, it's like reframing the things that we thought were wounds or were victim that carried victim energy and looking at them from a different perspective and recognizing that all of the things that we've experienced in this life and past lives have led us to this time so that we can learn from what we've been through and
Yes.
do things in a more conscious way moving forward. Yeah.
And the sun and moon being in Aquarius, and so many planets also in Aquarius with
Mhm.
Pluto and Vesta, the fire goddess,
Mhm.
who's, keeper of the flame, who is dedicated and devoted to being a pure vessel, and Mars in Aquarius. What an activation, right? Pluto and
Yeah.
Mars with the sun and the moon all in Aquarius.
Mhm.
Um, so we're really, we really have shifted into the Aquarian age. Uh,
Hmm.
bringing in the birthing is not an easy time. We see that in our world, but we who came, remembering who we are and to bring in this new age, this new consciousness, it's so exciting. And there are enough of us to make the shift happen with the help of the galactics and all the nature spirits and the inner earth. And gosh, we're a part of the universe, we're a part of the all. And so uh,
Yeah,
we can do it. We can make the shift.
exactly. And everything's coming together. This chart is set for Sedona, but this from here down to here, the second house is like huge. I
Yeah.
mean, it's packed. And so second house being, the material plane in a sense. So it's like we're grounding, we're bringing to reality the dreams,
Yes.
the Piscean um, vision of what can be when you combine it with the Aquarius, the whole sense that we are one, that we're all in this together, and we can create a world of love, a world of equality, and recognition that we're all reflections. So, yeah.
Yes. And then Jupiter is really aligned to Sirius. I mean, only,
Hmm.
and Sirius being the brightest star in our sky, that really the sun behind our sun, or our spiritual sun, where I feel, and I think many people do, that it's like the councils of light really meet there. And yeah, um, and are really assisting us. The Syrian, the Arcturian, I mean, there's so many. The Syrian, the Arcturian, and the Pleiadian, and all, there are so many Lyrians, Andromedans, all they're all,
Yeah.
you know, uh, surrounding us and supporting us.
Right, right. I just came back from North Carolina where we had a Stargate retreat, Stargate Zazar retreat, and we actually have a picture of the Stargate. It was a starship, an Andromedan starship that was over the building we were meeting in, and we were doing Andromedan timeline shifting. So there's just a lot of support from the galactics, but for them to actually show themselves, I think maybe we can attach that picture here so that people can actually see that our frequency is getting to a place where they feel safe and being seen. So,
Yes, and the mysterious, what is it, three-eye atlas?
mm-hmm.
That they can't figure out what it is. Is it a comet? Is it a bird? It's Superman. It's like, it's like coming from way out to us, just reminding us, of who we are. We have these visitors.
Hmm.
It's really contact. We have the contact within us.
Hmm.
Um, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. And it's interesting to have the part of fortune and with the part of spirit and Juno all at 17 degrees with the ascendant.
yeah, in Sedona at the time, and we'll get up. And remember, we had this wonderful astronomer. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, of course, with the solar eclipse, you have to have glasses, but or yeah, but what an exciting time for the stars to really be so bright at that time, or dark, or whatever's
Yeah,
going
we'll
to
have
happen.
dark sky for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So, yeah, and just looking at Uranus squaring right, Uranus
Mhm.
is retrograding back, has will have already. It starts on November 9th. Uranus will retrograde back to the 29th degree of Taurus, and so on this eclipse, what degree is
27.
27? Squaring. And you know, the square is what makes things happen. I remember when Uranus squared my sun, I was in Glastonbury, and that's when I really finally in 1993 started to do my astrology as as a my service as my real vocation. It's an awakener. So
Mhm.
the squares are our friends, you know, they're forcing the change, right? Forcing
Right.
the new Aquarian energy to be birthed. So
Mhm.
I like squares, even though,
Yeah. I
you know,
mean, we use the word force, or we could say encourage, but it nudges, it stimulates change.
yeah,
And so with any challenging aspect, if you move with the energy, it can be very beautiful. If you don't, that's when it can seem more challenging.
yeah,
So yeah. So with Uranus coming back, and then of course Uranus in Taurus and squaring this all this in the second house, it's like, yeah, let's ground this. Let's make this reality. Let's bring this to reality.
and so Sedna will be squaring as well, you know, by just a couple degrees. You know, that Uranus Sedna um, conjunction that was really, really close this year.
Yeah, but I think the Sedna will be sextiling the big conjunction, this Saturn-Neptune conjunction. So that
Yes,
makes it
yes,
even stronger. Like
yes, yes, that's amazing.
that's
Yes,
a big deal.
it is a
So,
big deal. I really feel Sedna, the goddess of the sea, with her almost 12,000 year cycle, is the record keeper, the Akashic records from the last time it was a matriarchal society more, and it was the last of the ice age when a lot of change happened on our planet.
hmm
And so yeah, that's beautiful that the Sedna sextiles exactly the Saturn Neptune
hmm
almost by minute too. Just
Yeah,
yeah,
it's tight.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And I keep getting drawn to this Jupiter in Cancer. It's just like come together with your family.
yes,
It's like a reunion of a star family or soul family, something.
yes,
But that, just like the 777 event, it's like the people who I keep saying this, but you'll know if you're supposed to be part of this because your heart will feel the call. Yeah, yeah. So there's a lot going on. You don't see these kinds of lineups very often. So if you want to look at your own chart and see what aligns with this, I mean, it just so happens my sun is at 0 degrees Aries. So
yeah.
yeah, I want to be with other people to celebrate this time, this
And
this change.
I'm gonna have my exact lunar return. I mean, that's really exciting when I saw that. I mean, I
Yeah,
North Node 8 degrees Pisces, almost
yeah,
the same minutes even.
yeah.
So, you know, it's and so we're gonna look at everyone who comes. We're gonna do a lot of astrology work together and play shops, and it was really fun. You know, um, maybe do a little astro drama and how, uh, whatever. We're gonna just have a really good time like we did in the 777, and go to these amazing sacred sites to activate the planetary energies within us, within our Earth, and sending out our prayers
Mhm.
throughout the Earth and the cosmos. you know, uh,
Yeah.
so it'll be an amazing, amazing time, and we're looking forward to the 12 coming together as the red fire horses of the power of love.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Can you
think,
show us and before we go off, unless you, yeah, there.
do you want to see the starships?
Yes, I'd love to see the starships.
Okay, let me see if I can pull that up. I'm
Oh, and
gonna.
while you're getting that, I want to share. I'm going to take people out. You know who was here was for this astrology event that the Sedona Astrology Club put on was Daniel DeMario,
Oh, uh-huh.
and he took us out. Now I know where to take us to see the stars and the Milky Way. Hopefully, it'll be clear. We'll ask our angels, because it was incredible. And Bashar was at the same place. It was dark, right? We were in the
Mhm.
field right next to Bashar and the ships. He has his ship here all the time as the Arcturians. The group that I work with, the group of 40, we have our ship too at the Ladder of Ascension here. And but Bashar was right there. We could hear him because he had a microphone, and Daniel was showing us. It was so cool because I know how to find. I have to go out so I don't forget how to find the galactic center. I always knew constellations and stars, but now I actually have this better understanding of the whole zodiac belt. So I'm
Mhm.
excited to take us out there, and hopefully we'll see a ship there too. That's amazing. That place is incredible.
Yes, this is in Boone, North Carolina at the Art of Living Center.
Wow.
And we were meeting, this was the building we were meeting in.
Amazing.
And you could see this ship, and we were working with Andromeda. And we were told this is an Andromedan ship. And it was really interesting because the morning after somebody took this picture, then Prageet and Marilyn were setting up the day, just opening comments and so forth. And the sound kept coming on like boo, kind of sound like, whoa, it's not a normal sound that you hear like feedback or anything. And the audio person is trying to figure out what's going on. And just they're talking, it keeps going boo. And so Marilyn says, I think they want us to show the picture. And so they put this on the screen
Wow.
and that we can see, other ships. There were ships the whole time we were there. Um, but um, it was so they showed this, and after that, that sound didn't come anymore. So there
See.
was direct communication going on. What was really interesting is this picture right here, this things with all this noise in it, was the picture that I took of the screen. This was on the screen, and I took this picture, and my camera, which has never done this kind of distortion before, showed the ship even clearer.
Wow. I mean
So,
that whole picture, it looks like Atlantean, Lemurian, Aquarian. Yeah, I mean, with the ships over it, that is an amazing. It looks like the step pyramid, those stairs going up. I mean, it really
yeah.
is multi-dimensional. It's like I just looking at it, I feel like I've shifted. You know what I mean?
Right.
Dimensions.
And many people have said
Yeah.
that. It's like you
Yeah.
feel the energy of it. And
Yeah.
this also shows like the dome that was over, because there was like in this picture on a screen, you could see that there's this dome over this because people say, well, why didn't the military come and all that? It's because they put a dome over
Right.
themselves so that it's energetically protected. So
Right.
and it's interesting because you could see on a big screen, you could see that there's different layers
Wow.
of, a dome that comes over it. So
That's
yeah,
awesome. Well,
it's
we've definitely jumped timelines, right? I mean,
yeah.
looking at that, I feel like I I've jumped timelines. I mean,
Hmm.
that's what I think this eclipse and this zero coming together at this red fire horse, that this 2026 is a 1 year. It's a new
Hmm.
beginning. We really have jumped timelines. And I was thinking because I was asked by the honeybees to do bee ceremonies from 20 2007, and the last one was in 2023 in Avebury in England. But in 2011 was a the birth of a new eclipse. Okay, and that doesn't happen very often. I think the last time was in 1928 for a birth. So we've birthed a new timeline, and then that was a solar eclipse, and then I believe I'm pretty sure the lunar eclipse, um, the new one in our life was in 2013, and they don't happen that often. So these are like
Hmm.
new timelines.
Hmm.
We are in the new timeline. Different people, we see it, we are playing out different timelines on the planet, but we're bringing in, I mean, just looking at that, seriously, I feel like I feel like my Arcturian self is actually coming in. I mean, like I'm feeling the beaming. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So
And if
thank
anybody wants to actually see the timeline jumping, then you could go to uh, the Stargate site and the YouTube site, and I think it's called the Andromedan time clock or something. We were in upstate New York, and we did actually create physical time jumping opportunity. So, and people say when they see that, then they feel it as well. Like oh, there's something going on here.
Yeah.
We're all being guided to where we're supposed to be, um, because we chose to be here now,
Yeah.
and this is the exciting part,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
where
Yeah.
we get to experience why we came.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
So,
I mean, I was just for the last few weeks I haven't been channeling, but I was asked in February of this year by my Arcturian guide to channel my Arcturian higher self is Aloha. And so I have been almost every day. It stopped a couple weeks ago. I feel like it's fine. That's good. But almost every day, but the message was about a lot of it was the timeline shifts that have
hmm
been going on and how much support we have, and techniques that we have. The real med beds are the Arcturians. The group I work with, the group of 40 that David Miller channels, really have techniques. You just have to learn how to access your light body to travel to these ships. The ship that the Arcturian group that I work with, the group of 40, they call it the Starship Athena. And so, we have all these incredible opportunities um, and support, so much support
hmm
to assist our beautiful Earth. Our Earth is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Saturn-Neptune, we can make heaven on Earth our birthright.
hmm Yeah. It's manifestation of our dreams, of our vision, of our highest potential.
Yes,
Yeah. So it's exciting.
it is exciting. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Okay, well, we'll bring this to a close. And if any of you have any questions or comments, I don't know if your site has a place for that, but you could either email Elizabeth or me or both of us. Um,
yes,
yeah, my email is full of gratitude at comcast.net. And my website is, since we're talking,
yeah,
is consciousawakeningcoach.com.
yes. And
And
so
Elizabeth, yours?
uh, contact at elizabethheartstar.com, which opens you to the website Sedona Red Door Retreats with an S at the end.com. And yeah, so we really look forward to coming together for this magical rebirth time, the rebirth, the new earth, the new human, the new age, of evolution and consciousness.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I was meant to say. It just reminded me um, that aloha when I was saying that that we have to be like them. You know what I mean? Raise the consciousness up instead of being pulled down by what's going on in the 3D. That came through a lot in the channelings. Like,
Mhm.
what if we, you know, came down into your, 3D reality and had all these emotions because you're emotional beings. We're human earth beings, water beings.
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
know and so, it's not like putting our head in the sand. We know what's going on, but we know that we can change it. It can change in a minute. Just like, when
Right.
COVID happened, what the dolphins were out and the earth is knows how to heal herself just like we
Mhm.
do.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Magical things are going on all over the planet. Actually, at the North Carolina retreat, the Andromedas did come in. I
Yeah.
mean, 'cause if we raise our consciousness high enough, they can make contact with us. So the ship did come all the way in.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's magic happening now. I mean, at right now,
Yes.
magic is happening.
Yes.
And I think that when we get together as a group, a conscious, intentionally setting group, then who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what can
Yeah.
happen? So, yeah. All right. So join us if you feel called.
Okay.
You're, we look forward to meeting you and
Yeah.
being with you.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.